Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm hoping you guys are all having a fantastic day. So in today's video, we will be talking about several storm systems that will be affecting a good portion of the northern and eastern and southern United States. It will be kind of several of them, as the title indicates. They will be going over, I guess, kind of a 1 to 2 week time frame, so not all within 1 or 2 days. Large storm systems, really, I would say, rather unusual for summer to see such organized systems. Typically something more you'd see down the line in September or October. Nonetheless, definitely not unheard of. They have had it happen before. So we'll just have to see the severe weather, the rain, it's all a threat. And yeah, if you guys, before we get into this, if you guys would like to support this channel, you like what you're seeing, obviously watch the video first. If you're new, consider subscribing, consider liking the video. And if you have any comments or concerns, I answer a lot of them, if not all. So feel free to do that. And if you want to keep updated with my videos, turn on the notifications, as that kind of notifies you when I upload a video. All right, without further ado, let's start talking about the weather. So first off, let me show you one of the weather models, the GFS. This is a very good model. GFS, it stands for Global Forecasting System. It is one of my favorite ones to look out in the long range. It gives us a very, very good look at what's to come. Obviously, it's not 100% accurate. I wouldn't even call it accurate really past hour 240, but it's fun nonetheless, right? And that's what weather is about. It's dangerous, but it's also fun at the same time when it's not dangerous. All right, let's start talking about this. So notice that right now we have this cold front sagging across the eastern and southern United States, and it's definitely going to be picking up intensity. Notice today the northeast, some showers. Here's a time bar, by the way, August 2nd, 1 a.m. That's tonight or into Monday morning, early Monday morning. Notice the southern United States seeing showers. That cold front pushes off the northeast and the southeast, but look at the southern kind of flank of this. It doesn't really push off to the south. It rides up to the east, and that's the first system kind of. Look at that. Stays on for a very long time. Large bands of showers, storms, maybe some tropical energy as well, supporting that. So definitely a lot of rain, a lot of heavy showers. And look, it skims Cape Cod, Nantucket, maybe not Boston, New York City, right, the large areas. It could get in there, definitely. You know, these models have a definitely a large percentage of inaccuracy, but notice that you could see if that one doesn't hit it, there's another wave right there on Thursday and into Friday. And then look, across the southeast, continued rainfall just going on and on and on, and then we see a system across the Midwest that kind of drags it out. So you can see even up until next Tuesday, we have a lot of activity just from this system that's already going on right now across the U.S. Now, let's backtrack and see what happens across the rest of the United States while that one is just sending a conveyor belt of moisture right along the northeast coast. What we see is, well, we have a low pressure right there on Thursday across southern Canada. Very weak, though some showers and some storms will be developing definitely out of that. And notice that as he pushes forward, it definitely is not too strong. It drags out a cold front, but the energy kind of plays into this next low pressure, which comes off onto the west coast at around Thursday time frame. While this one is in southern Canada, we have another low pressure right there. And look, watch this. As he pushes forward, boom, right there. That's definitely a stronger one. Look at that. And again, more rain across southern Canada, bouts of it, while, of course, the conveyor belt is going on across the southern and southeastern United States. And as he pushes forward, look at this. Into Sunday, Saturday, we see the cold front, right, sag down, gets very strong. But with the help of that remaining cold front energy right there, it doesn't really develop into a massive system that's, you know, cold front, warm front, not the most organized one out of the ones we'll be seeing in the next couple of weeks, but definitely large, widespread rain, probably some severe weather. Notice this is into 7 a.m. Sunday. This is now into Monday, moving into the northeast. A lot of rain, and it does kind of stall out. That's the word I was looking for. If you were to look at Monday, Tuesday following that system, so we're pretty far out already. Look at that. We have another one following that very, very quickly. And if you were to take a look at the northwest, it does bring some rain into Washington, Idaho, Montana before it moves out into the plains, which is good. They need that rain very bad. And of course, once it reaches the plains, some thunderstorms you can see across Minnesota, Iowa, Kansas, very large systems. And really the center core of this kind of moves to the north, but the cold front is dragging way, way further to the south, almost all the way down to the Gulf Coast. And with behind that, there is cool air. And that's going to be the other story, that with all of the stronger the storm is, it's going to have the more capability to drag down cooler air, which is why some portions of the northern Great Lakes and into the northeast will be seeing some chilly temperatures for summer. Now look at this one. This one's definitely a powerful system. Look across the Dakotas, right? Some rain, that's good. They need it. This is at this point hour 2:52, and we are on our fourth or fifth system. So yeah, quite a bit. Now again, will this one occur? Maybe it's a bit further out. We have more confidence in the ones that are occurring earlier, as they're less further out. But notice, look at that, large bands of rain. You could just visualize that there will be large clusters of storms across Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and notice that the Southwest is also seeing decent amounts of rain, so that's good. And look at that thing rides up into southern Canada. Obviously, a lot of the southern Canadian cities like Toronto, Quebec, Montreal, Ottawa getting in on this rainy pattern as well, especially from this system if it does form as forecasted. And boom, we finally get away from that. But behind that, again, cool air. Look, that's a 540 line. That's the 32-degree line. The first time I saw that was around a week ago on this graphic, and now it's pretty much in every single model run. It's going to be getting probably further and further, and by the time we reach September, October, it will be, reaching into the United States. I do want to say that today is August 1st, so from meteorological fall, we are about a month away. So yeah, obviously for many folks, the summer temperatures don't stop once fall starts, but it's a time of change. The solstice occurred now well over a month ago. And look, the Southwest continuing to see some rain, potentially getting more active into Nevada, Utah, so that's good. And then look, another cold front drags through. And do you see that right there? A little bit of snow. Very far out and very far to the north. Nothing really to worry about, but, it's there. And that's kind of what the models have been hinting at. So, obviously, with all these large storms, I want to show you the precipitation outlook, right? Notice, look at that. A lot of rain, lots of rain, up to an inch, inch and a half, 2 inches, 2.5 inches. And then, of course, look at that, the Outer Banks, where it could be going absolutely ballistic with that rainfall from that first conveyor belt system. Yeah, some double-digit amounts are possible. But notice, Chicago, for example, Michigan, over 2, 3 inches. North Dakota potentially seeing a widespread inch and a half to 2 inches. Again, that could change. We could have one of these systems go a bit further to the south and bring more moisture to South Dakota. But overall, it's a wetter pattern. A lot of areas are favored to see decent amounts of rain. And notice that across the Southwest, look at that, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, widespread 2 to 4 inches. And in some areas, the whole state is covered in at least half an inch. That is definitely good news. It would be useful if this were to occur a bit further west into California, where it is very, very bad. But I think the drought will continue to get less and less severe across Arizona and New Mexico, and we have already seen that, which is just spectacular news. Now, let's take a look at other models. I apologize about that. That was my phone if you did hear that. Let's take a look at this. Notice, this is the Canadian. Right there, look at this. There's our cold front. There's our conveyor belt system across the south. So again, this is imminent. This is going to be occurring in the next 60 hours, and nothing really concerning, I would say, other than just the longevity of this rain system after rain system after rain system. Now we do see that cold front. You can see across southern Canada. The GFS kept that much weaker. The Canadian keeps it a bit stronger. Notice definitely if you live across central Ontario, northern Quebec, some powerful storms could be occurring there. But look, there's our system across the Dakotas now. The northeast or southeast conveyor belt system is a bit weakening at this point, still going on, especially across Florida. And look, there's our system. Look at those large big clusters. This is now into next week Sunday, into Monday, and now this is another one following right after that into Tuesday, into Wednesday of next week. And again, that does dip down further to the south, even though the center of the system is pretty far to the north. We see Indiana, Illinois, look at that, Ohio, Michigan, definitely seeing some chances of rain. And then this stops at 240, so it doesn't go out as far as a GFS, but look, it introduces another system, Iowa, right, Minnesota and South Dakota, more and more rain. So this let's take a look at the precip outlook. Again, it won't be as much as a GFS because it's less further out, and also I think the Canadian does a poor job with showing the precip. But look, a lot of locations, and you already see that blue that is over half an inch, and you already see that purple that is over 2 inches. And obviously where that red and yellow is, that's not, you don't really want to see that. So that's 7 inches plus, 6 inches plus. Look, the Southwest also picking up on some rain, so the Canadian is agreeing with that. And again, if this were to go out to 384, like the GFS, this would look rather similar. So a lot of activity. I want to show you, just for folks that want to prepare for the next 84 hours, where the rain will be occurring, as a lot of this is kind of long-term. Notice, most of the activity will not be across the northern plains and the Great Lakes. It will be across the northeast, well, the eastern Great Lakes, not really the western Great Lakes. The south, look at that. Across the west, you can see clearly defined where that kind of bowing echo of storms is across the country. And then notice the northeast picking up some pretty powerful storms potentially today. Hopefully not too severe. Into Texas, Dallas, maybe some showers across the south, maybe into the west. You could see Idaho, Montana. And as we push this into the overnight hours, we'll be seeing, again, this is your timeline here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, Texas, A lot of rain. Louisiana, not so much across the southeast yet, but notice as you push into the afternoon, it starts getting active. So across Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, and then this is when that conveyor belt starts picking up. Look at that. South Carolina, North Carolina, still Alabama, Georgia. This is now 1 p.m. into Tuesday, 2, 4, 7, 10. So this is now Tuesday night into Wednesday. It starts shifting towards the northeast, but the southeast is still seeing lots of rain. Thursday, right? Wednesday night, still that rainfall. And notice it's a bit further to the north here. It does start showing that system potentially across the north, the NAM. Again, some models are disagreeing on the strength of this. But again, most of the activity for the next 84 hours will be either the southwest from the monsoons, the west potentially, that would be good news, and of course the south where there could be some very, very, very heavy rainfall amounts. And of course, you can see there are a few areas of light precip. It's not really favored. It's not favorable environment for rain, but definitely if you get a scattered shower or storm that fires up, which is possible, you could get a quick inch or two. So if you're wandering rain, make it lucky. This is a more high-res version of 60 hours outlook. Again, favoring the same stuff, mainly across the south and the west and portions of the northeast today. And let's take a look now at a different model. It's the European model. Okay, so let's take a glance at this. ECMWF, that's its name. The newest noon model run is still coming out. It's not fully processed, so unfortunately, I can't really show you that, but we'll take a look at the second newest model run. Notice, I don't want to say that for the time that this has loaded, look what it shows. Storms across the northeast, the southeast, a lot of moisture, lots of moisture. And again, that's going to be the trend across the south. It's going to feel very, very, very swampy. And across southern Canada, some showers and storms as well. So look at that. Look how expansive that is across the southeast. This is now into early Tuesday morning. That is extremely expansive. Lots of rain. The radar will be, fired up with all that rain to be tracking. Let's take a look at the midnight model run, the one that is fully loaded. Again, for the next few hours, not many changes. Really, they've agreed on most of the stuff. Notice that Tuesday, Monday, still very active. Again, it does start riding up the northeast coast. This precipitation, quite a bit of it. Look at that. That is just a conveyor belt. I mean, literally the definition into New York, right? Delaware, Maryland, Boston, and it does reach into the northeast. Inner northeast upstate where they are in a drought actually, so they would need some of that rain. And then it still stays wet. Again, look at that. The European does show that cold front. It does get pretty strong. Some storms into especially Quebec, Ottawa, potentially Toronto, maybe kind of staying out of that, but definitely some nasty storms potentially. And then look, the European does show that system now starting into Monday of next week. So yeah, it is going to be a bit further out, but a little bit of snow in the mountains. Definitely nothing unheard of in early August at this point. But notice that again, most of the kind of the core of that will be staying across southern Canada. That means, good news. That's quite a bit of rain for those folks. They're in a very bad drought, but that doesn't mean that the U.S. is free of that. You could see these kind of showers, these cold fronts banding through the United States, and again, some days could be very vigorous. And as he pushes forward, you could see it kind of maintains that. Look how big that system is right there. Boom, it's stretched out, and this only goes out to 240 hours as well. If we were to go out further, it would be probably like the GFS showing more and more systems, which it does show right there. And in terms of total accumulated precip, again, won't be as expansive as the GFS, but for the 240 hours, it does show quite a bit. And look, it's across areas that need it across Canada. This is not Manitoba. Saskatchewan, unfortunately, looking as if it could be a bit drier. Hopefully, the model is wrong and we could see some more rain in here. Even an inch or two would be pretty useful for those folks. I haven't seen much. Southwest, the European is favoring quite some decent amounts of rain. Denver, potentially an inch of, areas that need the rain are probably going to get it across the southwest. That is good. They have been in a very long drought. Unfortunately, again, it would be nice if this was across California, Nevada, Utah, as they too need it. But look at that, even northern Utah, right near the Salt Lake, an inch and a half. No, that's not bad. At least you're seeing some rain. Texas, look at that. Decent amounts as well. They have been a bit drier now. Kansas, Oklahoma, it's tough to tell. They are pretty dry right now. They need some, but the European favors it. Other models don't. We'll have to wait and see. The plains, again, another hit or miss area. All it takes is one little cluster of storms to ride through, and that could drop an inch, 2 inches of rain, or none at all, and again, you'll stay dry. Look at the conveyor belt right there, the Outer Banks, South Carolina, into Georgia, Savannah, right there, 6, 7, 8, and probably some double-digit amounts will be maybe possible. And into New York, look, 2, 3 inches. New Jersey, right into Connecticut, into Boston, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. That is good news. They need some of that. Maybe not so much into southeastern Canada, according to this model. But again, if you're to take a look at the GFS, there are some differences. The GFS, it shows a bit more of that precip, especially for Toronto. And then if you go out further, it definitely starts filling in with bright colors. And the Southwest as well. Look at those amounts. That is a ton of rain. That is good news, though. Maybe not, all of that at one day, but over the course of 15 to 20 days, that would be perfect. And half an inch per day. I think that, a lot of riverbeds would be flowing with nice water, and they would need that. That's pretty much all I wanted to show you. The other models that I have are really not that good. I could show you the United Kingdom model. It only goes out to 144 hours, and it really does show the same, right? Conveyor belt, a little bit of rain right here. Not as high res, so it kind of shows it more washed out, but it supports the same pattern, so that's good. They're agreeing on something. I don't think it has even a precip outlook, and like a radar, simulated radar. Yeah, it doesn't. It just has like our precipitation. But I do want to quickly go back to the GFS and look at its temperature outlook. As I mentioned, behind each of these storms, there could be a bit of cool air. Notice right there, right now we are stuck in a pretty chilly pattern across the east. Today's a beautiful day here in my location, Northern Illinois, but fortunately, the northwest, the southwest of Canada, very, very warm. The cool air kind of staying south and west of those areas. Sorry, south and east. And as we push this further, notice they're not really defined, but they're definitely there. Little batches of cooler air. Definitely a lot of warm air mixing in. But look, right there, that's a very expansive area of cool air, potentially behind one of those bigger systems. Next, this is very far out, but again, definitely a kind of a recurring thing. A bit of warmth, a bit of cool, a bit of warmth. I think it will be a tolerable pattern for many folks across the south, the east, the north, the Great Lakes, the northeast, but the southwest and northwest, especially southwestern Canada, yeah, not really a pleasant pattern. And if you're to look at the temperatures, that's very hot, potentially the hottest across the United States in the Northwest, which just really isn't good news. All right, that's basically it. But look at those temperatures right there. That's just beautiful. Maybe not those, but across the east. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something new, and I will be catching you all on the next episode. See ya, guys.